This is True Buds, that Mary Jane, now we ain't new to this. For my stoners and for my cannabis enthusiasts, never heard a show as good as this. Yeah, number one, it's the best. Bringing in many special guests in the industry of cannabis. Business owners to growers, even artists you know of. So sit back and just roll up, the perfect show for my smokers. True Buds.
Back again is Caiel Noble Nourishing Noble. This is the first Skype podcast I have done on the channel, and I'm very excited to have Caiel back on. Today's podcast is going to be mainly focused on content creation, building your brand, working with other social media platforms, and just growth in general, how Caiel has been successful in creating his Nourishing Noble ASMR channel, what I've done with True Buds. We're going to talk about podcasting, like I said, building business, and we're going to go about it that way. I just wanted to come up here up front and let you know where we can provide the most value for you. So if you're trying to build your brand, business, or you just want to learn more about marketing in the online media, this is a good podcast for you. Once again, thank you very much, and a special thanks to tCheck. I have tons of videos coming for you guys. In a couple weeks when I get back to my tCheck in LA, I'm going to be making all types of edibles. And the tCheck, for those of you who haven't seen my content or heard of the tCheck 2 is a device that allows you to test your cannabis butter, your infused coconut oil, your alcohol infusions. It also comes with a flower expansion kit that allows you to test your flower, your distillate. I mean, this thing is legit. I did one test, so I did a tCheck 2 unboxing on this channel. Check that out if you want to learn more. If you're into testing your own edible so you can kind of figure out the dose, go to the site below and use code TrueBuds25 for $25 off. Let's get in this episode with Caiel Noble, Nourishing Noble ASMR. Lay back, take a rip, eat an edible, and come chill on the True Buds show. So what's good, bro?
Jack, once again, bro, thank you for having me on your podcast. We had a lot of fun the last time we did the episode, so this one will definitely be will definitely be really good. And I'm excited to talk about everything that we've been chatting about lately, about content creation, about both of our channels, what we want to do with just creating a life doing that full time, and so everybody can get some nuggets out of the conversation. And yeah, bro, excited.
Hell yeah. I love Caiel's energy always. And let me just give a little more of a preface. I've known Caiel for many years. We went to the University of Kansas together. We've been collaborating, done tons of other collaborations apart from our own personal channels, short films, whatever it may be. And he was the dude on some of the first True Buds TV videos, like we mentioned in the first podcast, but just got to give a shout out on a couple of those, like the Kiva and the weed delivery guy is epic, man. That thing's going to live on forever. So just trying to give everybody ever. So what's good, man, during this quarantine time and content creation and what's going on? Like, how has it affected you, and just what are some of your thoughts on it?
Well, I think I can speak for everyone, like, and myself when I say that, being on quarantine right now during this time, like, there's a lot of time that you have to self-reflect and focus on yourself. So for myself and a lot of other content creators, it's actually a great time to make content. And I've just been going a lot harder on content because I have the time to focus on it, and it's beautiful because like I was noticing, like, before all this happened, I would go to work, I'd be so tired at the end of the day I wouldn't even barely want to make any content. But now I have all this unlimited time, so I'm just like, you just got to take the opportunity. So I really stress the people who want to start a business, an online business, or want to do YouTube or Instagram, like whatever you want to do. Now is a great time to hop on the train because you're given that time that is not always gifted to you like this. So yeah, bro. And then in addition to that, it's been a little bit of an adjustment. Like, it hasn't been, easy every second of the day, but I think the biggest thing that's helped me is just finding a routine, working out when I can, on a regular basis, eating well, waking up in the morning and just, like, going through like some meditation, writing down your goals, things like that is really helps me to get through. So yeah.
That's motivation to me, man, because my meditation's been a little off. Like I've been doing a bunch of content focusing on creating, but I will say my just chilling out, kind of stretching or meditating has been off. So thank you for that
Right.
little motivation there, brother.
Of course. I think people get think that during this time you need to be like what am I trying to say, like just be at 100 miles an hour like every second, but it's okay to take a break, like an hour out of your day, like watching a movie. It's okay to do that. Like it's okay to to sit down and listen to music or be on your cell phone, but it's about just finding a balance during this time. If you can still be productive, a few hours of the day, and then take time for yourself, then you're good. Just try not to be too hard on yourself. Yeah.
And I like that, and it relates completely too to the True Buds. And we talked on the previous podcast that you are, you don't like smoke or do every day or something, but at the end of the night, it's a nice little something to help that relaxation. So that's where I feel that too. Is I haven't really been smoking even during the days during this quarantine. I've just been trying to figure shit out, and at the end of the night, smoke one, take an hour, chill. But it's
Mhm.
funny too. Sometimes that chill session where you're like, at least me, when I'm like my mind's just gonna go wherever it wants.
Right.
It ends up going back to creating something dope,
Right.
like a cool piece of
Bro,
content.
like it is more than okay to indulge in like, some libations every once in a while. Like whether you're having a drink or you're having a smoke. But like I said, it's all about balance. Don't be like I don't want to say that you should be spending your time doing that like 24/7 right now. Like you should also be taking care of your responsibilities, but also being aware that what everybody's going through right now is brand new for everyone. So there's gonna be time to that we have to adjust to it. Um, but you just have to find a routine for yourself. That's what that's what helps me the most.
That's the key, and that relates directly to the content as well,
Yep.
because the schedule is what keeps it going. But on that note, I've noticed that you've been dropping a little more content lately. Am I not mistaken?
Yeah, bro. I feel like this time has been like gifted to all of us. Some of us are experiencing like job loss, and a lot of us are losing our jobs right now. Or a lot of us are fortunate to work from home. But for myself, I've had a lot more extra time to crank down on content even more, because I see the power of um, you know there's so many people who want to consume content right now because they're forced to being at home. It's the perfect time to just flood people with your content, to spread your message, to keep on, exercising repetition. Because if you're in people's like, we don't know how long this time is gonna last, but if it's like for the next 3 months and you spend the next 3 months pumping out content, like by when this is over, you're gonna have like a lot bigger of an audience than you would have if you didn't even start. So like
And you'll feel good. Like,
right, like you'll feel good doing it. Your brand will grow. It's just like
do
you
you feel that though too? Like when you
yeah,
look back sometimes, like when I know you're ambitious like myself, and you're always like, you're gonna need to keep creating, and then sometimes like every now and then maybe look back and you're like, oh damn, like I did this many videos in like a month. It's like
yeah,
it's easy to undersell yourself, but I'm right
right,
with you to keep grinding harder because I
right.
completely agree.
I just had one of those moments today because I had to purchase a hard drive for myself because the memory on my laptop was going out. Um, and I knew that I would have to upgrade the space because I've been, shooting so many videos and taking so many photos every day. And then when I was uploading the content from my laptop to the hard drive, I was like looking through all the stuff that I was like, I've done a lot of shit. Like, like it's a lot of work. And that's like over a year of just of doing content every day. Like it just I think like before you start, you're so like a lot of us do get overwhelmed because we see these other content creators to where they're at, and we see it like we're just like damn, like they're doing it, they're making the money they want to make, they're doing like these big productions, and they're like 1,000 videos in, but we just like we're all on our own different journeys. And when I start like a year ago before before I was starting, I was like, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, but I know that I'm just gonna put out videos on YouTube, and then hopefully it'll continue to grow into something. And then a year and a couple months later, here we are. So yeah.
So with that being said, too, apart from consistency, which we've both said is very important, what would you say is another big piece to building Nourishing Noble, the brand, and then how does that align maybe with your personal brand, or what are you trying to do with that?
Yeah. So in addition to consistency, which I really do stress because that's where you find the true momentum. In addition to that, I think just every day focusing on like how you can level up like your skills. So like if you're getting better at making thumbnails for your videos every day, or you're just getting better at your presence on camera, like what can you do every day that's better than what you did the previous day? And I feel like when you have like that mindset, like months will pass and then a year will pass, and then you'll realize that you have all these skills that you didn't have, before you started. So YouTube, and I can probably speak for you as well, is really growing like your skills, just being like being in front of the camera, learning how to edit better, um on how to to convey your message better to your audience. Like all of that stuff really does level up over time.
I could speak for that as well because I was actually doing a workout video yesterday. So shout out to your inspiration there. It'll be
Yeah.
coming on True Bud soon. Do a little smoke before,
Oh,
and it's
dope, dope.
like lately I've just been doing a lot. Like when I first started, I'd do a couple more takes, of stuff. Maybe it was just me being, you know, I don't know the right word, but maybe me overthinking it. But so
Right.
much in the past year, I've just one take everything, and it's just kind of like, and that was what I wanted to ask you is like in terms
Yeah.
of the acting, you feel like it's helped you in like regards to that for sure?
Bro, absolutely, 100%. Like, um, I feel like the more that I do content creation, the more that I see a connection to like, to my background of acting and to performing because everybody who's a content creator, you're doing some form of it may not be acting per se, but you're entertaining people. So you need to have a camera presence. And like Jack was saying, like we go back to college, like, and that's all we were doing. We were doing acting projects, we were doing short films, we were doing it all. So I feel like that's time really did serve us to be a lot more effective as content creators and as YouTubers because we know what it was like to be in front of the camera, to put productions together, um, to get other actors involved in a project. Like we do this, like so. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and that's what I should have wanted to say even more at the beginning is like that you're a legit ass actor, bro.
No.
Like you put in the reps, and that's where it's cool too that we have found a way to blend everything together with our
Yeah,
brands that we're
likewise,
doing.
brother. Likewise. And then also to answer your question about brand and just where I see Nourishing Noble going, um, like I want it to be like a global brand, like honestly, like, and I realize something that ambitious, like it takes time, and it's gonna take some, some reps to, that I have to put in some years, but in the next few years, like I want it to be a platform where I use ASMR that I fell in love with a few years ago, and also mixed with just elevating people's mindset so that they can go after the things that they're passionate about. Um, because I just truly want to make a difference. Truly, just want to inspire others. And one of the best ways to do that now is through online video. It's through making YouTube videos. So yeah.
And that's why you're the man, bro. And that's why I was saying like you amp me up, and I can tell that you have that energy in you, and there's no doubt it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of the time frame.
Bro, so to ask that question right back to you, because your channel, like it's growing and growing, and it's getting up there in size. Like, where do you see it going? Like the next couple years, like how do you want True Buds to continue to grow?
Um, I want to, like I've mentioned too, like the tank top, having an own office space, having a production
Yeah,
facility that's licensed for cannabis use, so I can have legit companies come into my space. I can be a director, producer, for them and their content. But even deeper, I want to give back to everybody and create something that everybody can feel. And that's why I'm messing with the podcast. So that's why I'm trying to get a little deeper. That's why I've been doing giveaways from the get-go.
Right.
Is trying to find a way to make people connect and make people feel the brand, you know. Make sounds like the wrong word there, or like
Right.
you know what I mean, like hope people feel. But that's an important thing too, is like if people aren't feeling it, then it's not for them. Like I know we've talked about
100%.
before.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be me and make the content I want to do. I'm just gonna keep progressing, making better stuff, making better podcasts, making better videos, better business decisions. And if your thoughts or the audience's thoughts don't align with that, that's cool. I'm going to continue to grow. And the people that you know how it is, people that reach out and like give you props on an email or something that's like
Right.
changed them.
Yeah.
That shit's deep, bro.
Yeah, it's deep. Like even on the comments on like YouTube videos,
Yeah.
you know. When you start to put out enough content, bro, you really you make super fans, like people who love your content and who say that you've helped them, in whatever way it is. But it's really touching to see those comments, like, for
And I have
sure.
a feeling you're going to be getting a lot more of those, dude, because your content I feel like, is specifically focused, the Nourishing Noble, the ASMR, to help people chill,
Mm.
relax, specifically before maybe going to bed or wherever, or just to relax throughout their day. So that's
Right.
big. Like a lot of my content is to help people figure out how to make the best thing, save money. I also get on the mental and physical with workout videos and also some kind of spiritual stuff. But
Right. Yeah.
I feel like the way your brand is designed is really deep in that aspect, that you're going to be a big person in everybody's lives who is
Yeah,
engaging
bro.
in your content.
I appreciate that, and like, and I say the same to you, bro. Like, well, your channel's like almost at 20K almost.
Getting there.
Yeah, get in
I
there,
16.6 a couple days ago, man.
bro. That's already in itself solid as fuck, bro. Like, there's millions of people who haven't even cracked 1,000, like, on
Can I give you props on something too, though?
Yeah, bro. Go ahead.
I do have that many subscribers, and there's a lot, and I have such a variety of content.
Yeah.
So a lot of my videos do better than others, and it takes some time for some people to get the notifications. But what's TrueBuds TV up to? But I
Right.
will say too, what I realize what you're doing when I look at your videos and kind of like your analytics just from what I'm looking at, is that you have a very good engagement. Back to the previous point, that you are going to be helping so many people, like
Right,
so many
bro.
people.
Because I think one of the first like
I don't know
things.
if I should still go. All right. Did you? I'm gonna
Oh,
wait a second.
yeah, can you hear me, bro? Can you hear me? Hmm.
Kyle.
Yeah, can you hear me?
All right, word. So I'll
Oh,
cut that. I think probably where it kind of stopped, and I'll cut this in at
oh, yeah,
this moment.
yeah, no problem.
Um, so I was making a loud noise in my mic, so I see where. Um, I think where it kind of stopped though was me just giving you props in terms of your engagement. Like TrueBuds TV, I have engagement. I get good engagement. I have a lot of people who care. I'm not
Yeah,
downplaying that, and
yeah,
everything going on there. But a lot of my videos, I have like fucking like 30 playlists or something. So I'm just doing all types of shit, you know? So
yeah.
like I said, the how-tos do best. But I
Right.
will say, dude, I really do commend you on, yes, what do you have, like 1.3 thousand?
Uh,
Like
yeah,
1,300
yeah,
subscribers?
1,300 right now. Yep, yep. At 1,300, can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I was on there today, so I was like just kind of looking again, always keeping up with Nourishing Noble, man. But you have very good for 1,300 subscribers, and you average like 400, 500 views on it.
Right. And then a quick segue that I was gonna say is when I was first starting out, like doing YouTube videos, one of the big things like I was picking up from content creators was like community management and like responding to every comment. because you don't want to take for granted like how much like those first people who are watching your content like are important to like your growth in your channel, and you have to take care of them. Like, you think of it as like a relationship with somebody. Like you have to harbor the relationship for it to get, bigger and bigger. And that's the same thing with like doing social media, doing YouTube. You have to harbor the relationship along the way, respond to comments. Um, you kind of get a sense of what people are wanting after a little bit. So you look at like your analytics on your videos to see what videos people want more of, and then you just cater to that. You do more of those types of things, and it's like it's all a process, bro. Yeah, it's all a process.
And I guess the biggest, like, as I heard you talk and knowing you, I think the biggest underlying thing that I might have just realized that's kind of the elephant in the room a lot of times is just like, and I know that Gary Vee, who is one of your dudes, one of my dudes too,
Oh
always speaks
yeah,
about truth, is that that is the underlying principle of it all that you have, I have, and that's the key to kind of everything.
yes, absolutely, bro. And yeah, yeah. Going back to Gary, bro, like I feel like I have his voice in my head sometimes, and I just and he always just says like, it's just you have to be patient as fuck, and you just have to put in the work. Like that's what it comes down to. Like the people who actually get big on these platforms, they're actually the ones who put in the work, and people look at them and they see just like the glamorized lifestyle, and they think it's so easy, bro, but it's not. Like you have to put in a lot of content before it actually gets to the point that it's going to be seen by millions. And um and I just realized like the amount of money I put into like my videos and like the time and effort, it's like none of that has really produced profit yet, but it's building the brand. So in a year from now, hopefully, God bless, like like I'll actually be making some money by then. But yeah, it's all a process, bro. It's
And
all a
you will,
process.
and you will, and that's where I could also like give you props on your content, pardon me, the content as well, because
Yeah.
to me it's all like evergreen content. Everything
Yeah.
you're doing can last. It's not some short term trying to get hits on some fucking
Right.
article.
And
It's some
and and I
it's some
and I would
evergreen shit.
choose right, and I would choose making the evergreen videos over making the latest trendy videos like any day, because you know that over time it's going to gain that traction and that audience behind it. And yeah, bro, you just know like after a while that you're gonna be successful. You just have to keep on doing it. Keep on doing the reps.
Yeah, maybe it's the underlying film school in us
Yeah.
acting shit. But for real, it's.
Yeah.
But at the same time, too, it makes me want to do. I feel like I need to be better at doing more current content. Maybe every now and then throw in a keyword video or something
Right.
like that to just increase
Right.
analytics.
I mean,
So
it's
I don't know. There's always that angle as well.
right. You got to experiment a little bit because you never know what's gonna pop, like until something like really pops. And yeah, bro, like
Sorry, I think we're having another freeze.
oh, it's all good. Are we good? Are we Gucci?
All right, all right. So I think I'll take. So where did that cut out about? That was.
We kind of ended an idea. We could segue into something else if you want to talk about like I don't know, podcasting
And I
or
and I love this right now. This might even be left in just because this is my first Skype podcast. So I think
right.
actually leaving this in might add value for people.
Yeah,
Or well,
bro.
no,
I
we
mean,
did one the other day to keep it 100, and I kind of fucked up on my end with some stuff. So Kyle was a good enough man to come back through, nourishing noble, keeping it real like he always does. But you know what I'm saying? I think I might
yeah,
just leave everything to show that just shit can freeze. It's not going to be perfect sometimes. So
100% real at all times. We just raw.
raw, that's a Eddie Murphy raw, man.
Right.
Oh,
So,
but
bro, like, what's really exciting you now, like with content creation? Like, what's your next like thing that you're just really hyped about right now? Like when
Oh,
it
dude,
comes to YouTube or on social media, like what's hyping you up right now?
what I'm actually really hyped up about is working with the brands that I'm already starting to work with, but I'm not in LA right now. I'm about to be going back in about 2 weeks here.
Yeah.
So I have like all my everything in LA to make. I'm working with like 3 or 4 companies, and I'm excited. Just when I get there, bro, I'm just gonna go ham on some videos for companies,
I
and
bet.
like,
I bet.
and I hope all the true buds are feeling it. But yeah, just trying to. But apart from that, that's just short term. I'm just like I said earlier when you asked like the overall goals, just always trying to build a brand and be real, man.
Absolutely, bro. And it's so interesting because like a couple years back before we like you started even doing YouTube, like we were just doing like our acting stuff and what even what even gave you the idea to even start a YouTube channel and then also to have it about cannabis like like when did you have the idea to even want to start doing a channel about that content, bro?
Yeah, that's a good, awesome question, bro. It was like I was just trying to figure out, like we were talking earlier, like finding the niche, finding what it is. I'm like, I love
Mhm.
smoking weed. I love comedy.
Right.
I'm gonna make a weed comedy video. I'm gonna hit up my boy Kyle, and then he came through, and we did that
Right.
video,
And we
and then
made magic. Yeah.
yeah, that thing's epic, bro. I just think I need to like even maybe work on the keywords on it, maybe find the right thing a little more. I'll go back to it, but that video is my like top 5 I've ever done on the channel. Top 3.
Right.
Fuck it,
Right.
number 1.
uh, I think you guys all know that he is a fool. So yeah.
Bringing it back to the old days.
Right,
Uh,
man. And yeah, that definitely brings me back. Oh man.
but no,
So
but mixing those two and then it spurred
yeah.
into something else, though I never even initially thought of the how-tos, educational, fitness, whatever it is. Like I said, there's like 30 playlists, so I never initially thought that. At first, I just wanted to do comedy and weed because I love both of them, but they
Right.
ended up both becoming something I love.
Right. It's man, like sometimes like our beginnings can be so humble. Like it starts in one place and then it just travels into something completely different. So
Yeah,
yeah,
so what a little more on your journey, man, in life and as an actor and your channel you got going on and how you want to blend the brands. And I also want to ask you a little more down the road about, the platforms you like. I know we already talked about them a little bit,
yep,
um,
yep.
but
And I can
piece by
definitely
piece, whatever you're feeling.
right, I can definitely hop into that. So I started doing I started creating YouTube videos over a year and 3 months ago. And I just started with the idea of of um doing ASMR videos. And the reason like I even got into that world of doing ASMR is because I've been watching the videos for like about 4 years now. Um and they were literally something like that just helped me. Like I was just a passive, audience member just watching the videos before I went to bed because um, for myself, I'm a night owl kind of person. I usually stay up a lot later than I need to. So I wanted to find something that would help me, assist me to just relax me, to get me in that state to go to sleep. So I just started watching those videos. And then I guess there was just a natural progression of wanting to become a creator. Um, so before I started putting them out, I was like, okay, I want to do ASMR, but like how am I gonna actually, make a name for myself and grow a brand? And bro, like you honestly don't know all the answers in the beginning. You literally just have to try things out and then you'll figure it out along the way. And that's exactly just how it was for me. Like I just started putting out the videos one by one every week. And then the momentum started to, pick up. And I was like, okay, I need to start having like dope, thumbnails now. Okay, I need to improve the quality of the audio. Like it just all went by like steps. And then here we are now. And I'm also, posting on other platforms. And my favorite platforms right now would have to be Instagram,
IG,
TikTok. Yeah,
TikTok.
IG. Yep. So Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Those are my favorite ones. Um, and for
In
those of
that
you,
order?
uh, I would probably say YouTube, Instagram, then TikTok. Yeah.
Word.
Um, and you guys will definitely hear more and more about TikTok, but it's definitely one of the fastest growing social media apps right now. So if you are a content creator, it's actually a great time to get on that platform to help grow your audience. So yeah, just a little tip for y'all. But yeah, those are my favorite platforms, and I go hard on those three because I feel like those fit my strengths a lot more because the audience, like, I don't know, like you'll just find out that um you'll find the right platforms for you. You just have to try different platforms because you know eventually I would like to be on every platform, but you have to start small at first. So yeah.
All well said. And
Yeah.
that is where too I'm gonna give Kyle extra props because, like he was saying, he started his YouTube videos about what do you say, a year and 3 months ago?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and but before that, he was doing some stuff on his personal page, obviously acting and stuff too. And you
Yeah.
got some funny ones on that class we were in. You did that the hip hop one was funny, bro.
Right. Right.
You're on the,
Yeah.
but and that's why I love you too, man. You're a humble dude who's also just keeping it real 100% in your journey. But I will also say, apart from that, and just you crushing the acting scene, and back then even those videos on your personal page, and and that being, I'm saying this because with your TikTok, we were talking the other day, you said you're doing a little music on there, and I
Hmm.
know you're very talented in that regard.
Hmm.
So maybe are you going to blend your music with how you're doing a TikTok or and with the ASMR? Have you ever thought about kind of maybe doing a song on there or a certain thing? I don't know.
Right. Bro, the more content that I put out, the more that I realize you should just play to like what you're good at. So like, you know, niching down is very important and like kind of finding a lane, but also you need to just show all the things that you're good at to the world. Like if you're good at singing, you should show that you're good at singing. Like even if you're in business, like you should still show people that you sing because that's authentic to yourself and that's a point of difference, you know what I'm saying? So like
True that.
um, so yeah, like I show my sing like I've done a couple videos on my ASMR channel of me rapping and of me singing.
I
Because
did see
yeah,
one. I'm slacking then.
yeah, like I did a few songs from some of my favorite hip hop artists um and I'll do that on my TikTok channel. Like I'll split it between motivational content, between ASMR content, and then I'll also do videos of me lip singing and dancing, like having
Shit,
a good time.
and that's where, dude, I'm even sleeping on your content, bro. Like I miss some of your shit, man, and that's where it's hard sometimes too. I know you're a creative too. It's hard to dive into everybody's content, so I hope you forgive me on that. But
Bro, it is all good.
you know what I'm
um,
saying though? Like if
yeah,
having like a constant like creation thought, sometimes it's hard to dive into too much. But I need to.
yeah.
I'm pissed I missed those. I'm gonna peep those right after. Put the links below in this video and
W-
podcast.
Well, before I started to just focus on those three platforms, bro, I was trying to focus on like on all the seven major platforms. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do like Facebook, and then I'm gonna do YouTube, and then I'm gonna do TikTok, and then I'm gonna like it really just became too much for me. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just focus on three apps right now. And in those apps was Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So um TikTok, I feel like like TikTok right now is definitely like the wild card app because it focuses on like a younger demographic for sure. There's a lot of comedy on that app. It's very similar to like what Vine was or what some Musically was. So it's like bite sizes of like quick, entertaining, visually appealing content. And yeah, I really suggest all the content creators out there to get on the app. But yeah, you just have to find what works for you. And then you'll get into a routine and find your rhythm because every day I'll try to put out like three videos on TikTok and I'll try to do three videos on Instagram. Then I'll try to fill up my stories on my Instagram because if you have your stories, like if you have something in your story, then you'll constantly be one of the first people that people see as you're scrolling. So it's just to play it smart. You know what I'm
Hey.
saying?
Learn something new every day.
All right. So I'm just giving you guys some gems, bro.
That's legit, man. That's legit. So have you done any original stuff on your TikTok? Or in terms of
Yeah.
your like, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm slacking, man.
Yeah. I
You
just put
motivated me. I'm gonna get one, I promise this time.
I just put everything that I like on my TikTok, and I don't niche it down so much because you never know what's gonna be the one that's gonna pop. You don't know what the people are gonna vibe with the most. It could be like something that I sing, you know, or it could be one of my ASMR videos. Like I don't know, so I'm just gonna put them all out.
You know, it'd be dope. I'm
What's
just
that?
throwing this out. You don't got to say anything now. It just popped in my head. Is Caiel Noble Nourishing Noble original True Buds hip hop song.
It's in the works, bro. Let's get it done.
You know, I got it like the intro and shit. Like I should have had you on since day one, dude. Shoot.
We'll get we'll get some recording done. We'll go to the
Oh, yeah,
studio and
yeah, we'll get it done for real at the studio. We'll go do another podcast and maybe do like 20 minutes in those mics there. We'll get the job
eas-
done.
easily we'll slay it.
Hell yeah, man. It's gonna be good to get back to that. As awesome as this is, though, couple lags, but nothing too crazy, you know.
Nah, it's I really like connecting virtually, especially during this time because it gives people no excuses to do business or to content create. There's no excuses when you can do something like over a Skype or on a Zoom. Like there's no excuses.
Shit, you heard it here.
No excuses. Like
For real, let's keep it coming, right? I think we're gonna realize, and I think technology is gonna get even better. I mean, I know I can buy a better webcam, I can have a better mic or whatever, but
right.
shit's just gonna progress, even with like VR. Like I feel like 10 years from now, we'll just be able to see. Like I can just kick it with you right here. Like,
Yeah, bro.
you know, it'll be
It's
crazy,
gonna
man.
it's gonna continue to get a lot more crazy, and I feel like a lot of that technology is already out. But as far as it being out in the public, it's gonna get crazier, bro. It's definitely.
And do you have any other kind of what are some other ideas with your brand with Nourishing Noble? I know you do a lot on the mic. You've done a couple outdoor ones as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
How did those go analytically?
Analytically, they were trash, but
Uh,
I mean, but that's
but
what
it
it's
felt
about.
good.
Yeah, no, like it felt good because that's what I was talking about. It's about experimenting because you don't know what your audience is gonna vibe with the most. So I just wanted to do something different. I think this year I want to experiment a lot more than I have, because I feel like that's where the growth will come from. And I want to do more collaborations with people, other YouTubers. I want to get a couple brand deals under my belt this year.
And
And
props to that because you've done a couple collabs and you did like 2 collabs this past week, right?
yeah, bro,
Shit,
cranking out content.
yeah, I see you.
And then in addition to that, this year I want to start a podcast on my channel, which I want to launch pretty soon. So yeah,
And,
just
and what do you kind of see with that podcast?
um I do wanted to have some of an ASMR element onto the podcast, but I want it to be like a health and wellness podcast, where I'm talking about content that just motivates people to go after their passions in life, to follow their purpose. And I'll also implement my ASMR in there. So I'm solidifying what exactly I'll talk about, but I think it'll be a fusion of those two things, because I feel like it really gives people a lot of value when like you're helping them to relax in a podcast, but you're also giving them like nuggets of wisdom. Like, come on now, like that's dope.
Yeah,
So
that's that real spit. And when you said that too, it made me think I could definitely see you, especially with your theater background and like being able to like be in front of hundreds of people doing legit
right,
speeches,
bro.
and you could work your Nourishing Noble brand to that level too and offer that on your
Yeah,
site. And that's so much content you could break down. You just got me
yeah.
hyped up on your brand there because I just was thinking that like you could definitely sell out a theater, dude. It's just like matter of where and when.
It's a matter of where and when, and honestly, it's kind of like we're still acting just in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like being a content creator is there's more things in common with acting than there's not, because you're still providing like the entertainment aspect. You're still performing in front of an audience. It's just on the internet. Like it's just on the web. Like, it's a different stage.
And that's interesting too. Like even if the video is viewed by like 50 people, it's like that's still 50 people. That's still a decent room, you
That's
know?
still 50 people,
Yeah.
bro. Like, yeah, if we were doing like a black box showcase somewhere with 50 people in the room, like it'd be lit. So you like you can't downplay the power of social media and the internet. You really can't.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that if this was going on earlier before this technology was in our hands, it would be different too.
Right.
People would
100%.
still be
But
creating though. People would still be doing cool shit.
oh yeah, bro. Yeah, people will always find ways to create, but um yeah, the podcast space and doing like these Zoom calls and the Skype stuff to me is really fun. It's really exciting. So
Yeah, they are, man. And thank you so much for being on it again. I'm just going to continue to do it, I think, throughout, get some worldwide opinions.
and honestly, you inspired me to start my podcast by interviewing people this way, because I feel like you can get amazing um interview shot this way and podcast shot this way. So I'm excited.
Bro, I'm pumped for your podcast, man. I hope I can be a guest on there, bro.
You will. You already got a spot, bro. Already got.
Oh shoot. That's funny, man. So what else is good, bro? Like what else is on your mind during this time?
um, I mean, the biggest thought in my head, it has just been growing brand. In addition to that, just finding ways that I can start to make income through content creation. I think that's serving me like a healthy challenge to figure out, because there's multiple ways to make income on YouTube by like affiliate marketing, or by the views you make. Um, just focusing on things like that, like I was saying about connecting with brands and things like that. I just want to find all the ways this year that I can start to actually create a profitable online business as well. So
Yeah. And to your point, you're doing everything right, doing increasing your like output of videos.
right, right.
That's noticeable. And actually, I do kind of want to ask you because all your videos look clean. How do you record them? Or what's your setup or whatever?
So I shoot on a Canon M50, and it's basically just like the recommended YouTube camera, because it's perfect for just like the simple stand and shoot frames. And it served me really well, because I um at first, I didn't have the proper lighting, and then when I got nicer lighting, then it made everything pop. So it's been really fun to like gradually get better at production, because I have my Yeti mic that I do my audio for the ASMR videos. I have the Canon M50 right here. So
Oh,
this is all
damn.
you
You
really,
got that on hand. Just pull it.
yeah. This is really all you need to start off, like, you know what I'm saying? Just a nice simple mirrorless camera and a nice microphone, and it's a good way to start.
Do you shoot on your cell phone at all?
I do, like, actually all the time. Um, I'm always on my phone with like TikTok and Instagram, and then all of my YouTube content I'll shoot on the Canon M50.
Word.
So, what do you shoot with right now?
I have it's actually sitting here. I have a little light on it just to provide some lighting, but just a 70D, a
Right.
little Canon. I've been using a 50 millimeter prime, but at the same time, I got the iPhone 11, does pretty solid too.
Bro, I really want to upgrade to that, because I heard that the camera's pretty solid.
I think the coolest aspect, which I haven't really used that much because I haven't done it, like even during this workout video I was shooting yesterday, or when I was doing this in like graffiti style shots.
Right.
The extra wide lens is dope though. Inside, it's like the 0.5 is just pretty sick, but I still got to work with it. Still got to figure it out. I had some problems with it too, because I shot an hour-long video on a previous podcast with my sister in
Yeah.
4K, and that shit took like a minute to
Yeah.
share, and I had to fucking break the file down, and so then I'm just
Right.
I'm just shooting in 1080. Fuck
I,
that.
I only shoot in 1080 now. Um, because like there's settings in the 4K that I really don't know how to work on my Canon yet. But my camera, when you shooting 4K, it crops out the frame. Like it really crops it down a lot.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think I'll have to upgrade soon if I want to start shooting in 4K fully. But right now, 10K is plenty. I mean, 1080 is plenty.
And that's what this did too. So it was just like it was just a learning process, like this whole
Right.
Skype podcast thing is. It's all even podcast in the beginning or anything, any video is all a process.
It's all
Always
a
a learning
process.
curve.
Yeah. And if you can get really good at like, at your first camera that you get, then you're gonna be really good at the next camera. Like you just need to keep on mastering what you have now. So like when I started off, like I started just using my iPhone, and then I got really good at doing that, and I was like, okay, it's time to get a DSLR now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
iPhone footage can be pretty amazing too. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, like if you just have the access to the editing skills, or
Or even it's just the right lighting, right
or,
time of day, right?
yeah,
It's just like
it could
money.
be it could be as simple as having a ring light and having the latest version of the iPhone. You can make really great quality.
It would be interesting to see like an ASMR in a restaurant or like a public space. Like plug in like a little mic.
Right. I, I'm pretty sure there's artists that do that, but I haven't seen a lot of it though. So that's a dope idea, bro.
Thank you, man. I
Yeah.
really just want to see your album too, man. I want to get an EP. I want to get a Noble EP out.
Yeah. We dropping at the end of the year, but you know what I'm saying? Okay. It's gonna be. I don't even know what. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna have to record some actual tracks, ASMR style. That'd be really dope.
And I will peep those ones that I'm sleeping on, because I saw like one freestyle style, but I didn't know you did like several. So
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's what's up, man. So how long do you think, bringing it back to kind of this quarantine shit, man? How long do you think this is gonna go on for, this like lifestyle? I don't.
Um, I'm. I think it'll probably go around to July or August, to be honest. Because just what I've been hearing, that usually for these types of things that happen, like, um, when there's warmer weather, it usually curbs it a lot, and I think by like the summertime, it'll probably be, dwindle down, hopefully, God willing. But yeah, what do you think?
About the same. I'm
Yeah.
just like kicking it with the fam, and I'm be going back to LA soon, just chilling and grinding on content, bro. All in.
Right. You got plenty of time to do it, so
We gotta. It's just something new we gotta live with. You know. Shit's crazy, but it is what it is.
right. Well, I'm about to go eat some dinner with the fam, so
Oh shit. I hope I'm not keeping you, man.
no, you're not keeping me, but we about to turn on the grill, so you know how that
Oh
goes.
shit. Nice, nice. What you cooking up?
So we got oh wait, what it would we got hamburger patties, there's cheddar and bacon hamburger patties, fire,
Oh, oh
um
shit.
with some bratwurst, and
Shit.
and then we got some chicken salad, we got macaroni and cheese. We got a whole spread, guys.
Nice, nice, nice. I know downstairs too, I got a little honey ham action going on.
Let's
Some other
go.
sides I don't even know of. I'm just grinding those. I'm excited. Oh, potatoes for sure. But
I mean, isn't it a beautiful thing because a lot of us are probably spending time with family now, like having family meals, like having little feasts, but just at home, like it's a
that's
good
what
time
life's
to
about too.
it's a good time to come together, and literally before you and I got on this, doing this podcast, I was on a Zoom call with my family, like from all different states. So it's a great time, man. It's a great time. It's an exciting time, and
For real, no. And to that point, man, I think this is really eye-opening into like what life's really about, like creating good times with family. Like that's like a win-win. That's
yeah,
life to me right there. You know what I'm saying?
man, yeah, bro.
So yeah, enjoy that meal, man. Enjoy that nice meal. I'm gonna get on that ham. And once again, though, for real, check out Nourishing Noble. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying?
And check out my man True Buds TV. We're doing things big in 2020, so it's a lot more content to put out and a lot more collaborations. It's exciting stuff, bro.
It's gonna keep growing and growing. And I want to thank you before we end this, if you have just one more minute, for inspiring me, bro. For real. Like, you're a good friend and you're a good dude to talk to, be around, and kick it with. And that goes a long way, man. And that's what I was saying from the beginning in the first podcast, this one as well, is that you're just a genuine dude. It shines through your content. And I'm just happy to have you back on, man.
Bro, it means everything to have close friends, and I can truly say that you're one of my close friends. We've known each other now for I don't know. I can't even count the years, to be honest, but I just know it's been a minute. and there's a lot more growth that we're gonna see from each other, and just having each other's backs along the journey, bro. It means everything, and I truly appreciate being a guest on your podcast once again, and excited to do more stuff this year with you.
Thank you, my friend. Excited to have you on my podcast again in the near future.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get it.
All right. Talk later, man.
All right.
Peace, Kyle.
Peace.
This is True Buds, that Mary Jane, now we ain't new to this. For my stoners and for my cannabis enthusiasts, never heard a show as good as this. Yeah, number one, it's the best. Bringing in many special guests in the industry of cannabis. Business owners to growers, even artists you know of. So sit back and just roll up the perfect show for my smokers. True Buds.